The World Kiswahili Day will be celebrated at Hotel Africana in Kampala tomorrow, and dignitaries from all over the East African community are expected to turn up. The first Deputy Prime Minister, Right Honorable Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga, who also doubles as the Minister for East African Community Affairs, held a press conference in preparation of this day, and where she dismissed claims of some people alleging that Kiswahili is a language of wrongdoers and criminals. In the same light, Dr. Caroline Asimwe, Executive Secretary, East African Kiswahili Commission, added that the claims about Kiswahili being a language of criminals are a challenge to the East African community's effort to promote Kiswahili and discourage the negative perspective.
I think we are going to continue asking our people to be realistic and acknowledge that we're Africans. We should be proud to be Africans. We should have a stage where we say that if you cannot speak Swahili, you don't go to senior one. Instead of saying if you can't speak English, you cannot go to the next class. So the language of English is a borrowed language of slave traders, colonialists, oppressors. That's the English we are using. So let's use our own language of our own people. So we are going to continue marketing it.
Negative attitude is carried by personalities, not the language. A person can hurt someone, can do any wrongdoing using any language. Even our local languages have been used by people either to abuse or to manipulate people or to do any criminal act. But we don't blame those ones, but we blame Kiswahili. So it's high time we changed our attitude and adopted the language.
Honorable Kadaga went on to say that they are working on strategies to promote Kiswahili and make sure the country adopts it.
Recruitment of teachers is an issue of the government of Uganda. And as I said, we are working on a roadmap to implement Swahili utilization, but also it is not yet compulsory. It will become compulsory and examinable. When it does, then we shall require everybody and every school to teach Swahili. But for now, it's still optional. But we're hoping that we are going to make it compulsory and examinable, starting with the primary school, so that we have a generation that speaks, does 5 subjects: English, arithmetic, SST, science, and Swahili, before they go to senior one. Then later we shall add French, also as a compulsory language.
Honorable Judge Nesta Kayogera, a judge at the East African Court, noted that the excessive loss of money and court cases against policies surrounding Swahili urged Ugandans to do the needful and obey laws to avoid conflicts and loss of cases in court.
The community has been losing too much money unnecessarily because of losing a number of cases in the court. So we advise you to follow the law so that we can avoid unnecessary cases.
The Deputy Secretary General of East African Community, Andrea Anguel Arik, pointed out some of the significances of embracing Kiswahili as a national language.
It is the only language that we can express ourselves, we achieve our aspirations, and we portray and showcase our culture, because language is part of the culture of the people. It is the only way we can also showcase our culture as Africans, as East Africans, through the other part of the world. So Kiswahili carry our aspirations, Kiswahili carry our culture, Kiswahili carry our beauty as East African people.
Uganda will be hosting the second East African Community World Kiswahili Day from 6th to 7th July 2023, and the event is intended to bring together East Africans to discuss ways and means of developing and promoting Kiswahili for regional integration and sustainable development. Mary PRIMA AWOR, Church of Uganda Family TV, News at 8.